And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Hwah! Hello, friends. This is Bloom.
Galen.
And Galen, with your 15 minutes of fume. Airplane flies overhead.
It's just like the moment we press record, something like this happens.
I don't even really care half the time as long as it's not like
I just think it's funny.
like a beep, because that sends me right over the edge. We've
Don't
been
like
on a bit of a vacation over the summer. There hasn't been as much to record. Also, it's super hot. There's like lots of reasons why it's good to take a break. But that means we're a little bit behind now and have some catching up to do in terms of smelling perfumes that are available on the internet for you at home who has not smelled them.
Mm-hmm.
So, for starters, we recently did this series of Duets, which are little 2-note perfumes that raise money for Hurricane Ida relief. But then we also have our regular lunacy stuff, which also includes 5 regular duets. And I was kind of at a loss today. Like, do we cover the lunacy stuff first because that's kind of the easiest, or do we cover the New Orleans stuff, Louisiana, sorry, because I know people are really curious about these and actually have no context for what these particular notes smell like, because those perfumes are inspired by native flora of Louisiana. So what do we do?
I don't know.
I know, I knew you would say that. I have an idea. Okay, we've got our pile of all of those perfumes down here, and I'm going to put them all in a hat. And I suggest that we just smell 5 randoms from these combined categories. So it could be just like any random duets.
Oh my god.
I know. And then in the next video, we'll cover the other 5. A little bit of randomness, a little duet roulette, inject some levity into the game, some chance. And then, yes, of course, that means that if you're interested in all of the Hurricane Ida duets, you will have to check out another video, possibly. However, maybe fortune will play capricious tricks on us, and I will just draw those 5 right out of the gate, and then it will be as if we played no game at all. Who can say? You have an eyelash?
I swear I do. Something.
I swear I do. No one's challenging you.
I swear I have an eyelash. I swear there's just like something stuck on my face, like right by my eye, because I keep getting like a tickle or like a thing in my peripheral vision, and I'm like, I keep trying to get it. I don't know what it is.
Comment and like if you believe that Galen has an eyelash stuck somewhere.
Where?
But where?
What's going on?
Do you want to play the roulette? Do you want to draw 5? Oh,
please make it cool.
Please make it soon. This episode we will be reviewing Vanilla Cream and Pear from the Lunacy Duets. Good pick.
And
Coral Bean and Louisiana PHLOX.
Ooh.
You know where that's from. You're good at this. We should do like a bingo game.
Tonka Bean and Saffron.
From the regular Lunacy Duets. Just trying to keep it even slightly entertaining for you all.
Sweet Clove and Vetiver.
Oh my gosh, you're reading the scent.
Which one is that from?
Regular Duets.
Regular. I'll have a regular. Wait, so did we only pull one Louisiana so far?
Yeah,
we can just switch one of them out. No, we'll get another one. I'm giving some Louisiana energy to this pull.
There's a madness to our method.
It's one of these.
Wait, okay, I was like, what are you doing? You pulled out 2.
Lemon Blossom and Neroli? Is that a
regular Lunacy Duet?
Well,
so it looks like we pulled
how did that happen?
4 out of 5, and since that means I'm saving the Harvest Moon was kind of a bonus. Harvest Moon Lunacy. We'll save that for the other video, just to mix it up. And we'll just smell these 5 duets today. And if you don't like it, I'm so sorry, but by the time you're seeing this, we already filmed it, and there's nothing we can do about it.
It's just like entirely too late.
Sorry about our personalities. Imagine how my parents feel. So I guess right off the bat, we're going to dive right into, these are, of course, not the bottles you get in the mail with the beautiful label. These are my little scrawled with a dog paw makeshift little labels. So we got our vanilla cream and pear. I love a pear scent. We don't do tons of pear. We had a lovely pear in the Ars Inspiratio collection. We had a lovely pear in Carnival Diabolique with the big octopus tentacle lady in the grindhouse that was like a pear. Was that pear absinthe? I'm trying to remember.
I feel like that.
So,
is a thing.
Always exciting to smell a pear. I came to pears late in life. I did not grow up eating them because they were just in a fruit cocktail. That was all I knew of them, and they were the weird part of fruit cocktail that has a texture, and it was like, ew, no. Later in life, I learned there's almost nothing better than a beautiful, fresh pear.
I ate like actual pears, not from the fruit cocktail.
Well,
as a kid. So.
You grew up in a place with a better climate. So this is like a relatively simple, like if you like a pear scent, and the vanilla cream, you know, like just sweetens it and mellows it in the bottle. So it's like, it's just like literally what it says on the tin. Like if you order this because you like pear and vanilla cream, you're going to smell this and you're going to say, I smell pear and vanilla cream. And then you might say some other things, including writing a review of it on the bpal.org web forum. We love to go and stalk the reviews there and see if people, like, I like smelling something and being like, am I crazy? And then you go and you read it and sometimes you're like, I'm not crazy, or maybe we're all crazy. Did you put any on?
No, not yet, because I'm having eye issues. Hold on, I need to go check this.
Technical difficulties, ocular difficulties. While Galen puts in eye drops, I will remind you yet again that the California recall election is coming up. I believe the deadline is September 14th. That is election day. You still have time to put your ballot in the mail and banish these Republican shitlords from trying to hijack the state government. We already mailed our ballots. You can do that too. Or you can drop them off on election day, or you can vote in person. But whatever you do, please don't do nothing. Even if Arnold Schwarzenegger swears that that is a viable path. He's rich enough to do nothing.
Oh, he doesn't have to care about anything.
Well, welcome back.
Thanks.
I filled the time.
I feel refreshed.
Well, there's your pear and vanilla cream. Babe, are you feeling okay? You barely touched your pear and vanilla cream.
I just don't know why you served it to me.
It is a very lickable scent.
Oh, I love this.
There's something about the pear, I don't know what it is, makes it kind of like perfumey. I don't know. There's just like, it kind of like really skirts that wonderful line between like gourmand and then like something just kind of like a sexy human body, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It's just kind of like really suggestive. I know. What do you think?
It's just sweet and delightful. I don't know. I feel like this is just a very special combination that I never knew I needed.
The pear note is very bright, and it's juicy. And then the vanilla cream, of course, is just kind of like mellow. It's like a really sweet. I don't know if...
Yeah. Mellow. I was going to say that.
It's
or calming.
It's smooth, but like bright and cheerful. I don't know.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. There's like a summer quality to it, but it, you know, not strictly summer.
I was going to say, because I don't know if it's something about the cream, but there's almost something a little tiny bit toasty about it. Are you getting that? Like very
maybe
delicately.
Only now because you suggested it.
Very delicately, like maybe like a creme brulee, but I can't really tell for sure. That could just be what my skin smells like today. I certainly didn't smell it in the bottle, so that's one of those perpetual grains of salt you're always taking everything I say with.
It mellows really beautifully too. I mean, like as both of them are kind of calming down and just, you know, melding.
I feel like it'll hang for
together.
a while.
Yeah,
but they are.
Like I hold the pear note for a while on my skin. This lab pear note.
Lab grown pear.
Ooh.
We're gonna go on now to our. I guess.
I'm not ready.
What? Oh.
Okay. Now I'm ready.
What a
Sorry,
diva.
I was just surprised.
What a diva. We're going to go into our one Hurricane Ida relief scent so far. This is Coral Bean and Louisiana Phlox.
Hey, what's Coral Bean?
This is why I was nervous about doing this video, because I don't know anything about any of these things. And you can look up like what a coral bean is, but also you're not going to find out what it smells like, probably. It's a bean. It has interesting medicinal uses. Phlox is a flower, am I correct?
Yeah.
Phlox, PHLOX. We should have entitled this like something like "Go Phlox Yourself." Just so everyone knows, for the Louisiana Duets, the proceeds from these perfumes go to 3 different charities, split up evenly between 3 different charities. Everything above the cost of production is donated, and we're donating to the Cajun Navy, Imagine Waterworks, and House of Tulip. So it's just like 3 different charities covering kind of different areas of relief work down in the area. I didn't get to smell this coral bean.
I haven't tried any on yet.
Eeny, meeny, coral bean.
I got the preview.
Wow, okay.
It smells papery to me.
I was going to say, it actually has some overlap with, I
Interesting.
think, some of the book smells. There's something that's just kind of like polished about it, and like kind of woody in a like a vegetal stalk way.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell floral to me. I mean, again,
No.
strictly in the bottle.
Yeah.
It does have a kind of an inky papery smell. Let me
It's interesting.
put some on the skin and see what happens.
Just did not expect that. But I didn't really know what to expect.
Right.
Don't know what the fuck the phlox smells
Ooh.
like.
So, I have to say, on the skin, this is really blooming in a kind of a green, much more herbaceous kind of way. It instantly kind of like comes up with, I want to say, almost a touch of like a mossy greenness.
Oh. Yeah. You're right.
And I'm also getting a bit of like a floral,
There's
a
something
floral scent.
under that, yeah.
It's like a dry, it reminds me of something like a lily or an iris type note. That's what I'm getting. I wasn't getting it in the bottle at all. And honestly, on the skin, that papery scent kind of like isn't really there so much. It's kind of reminds me of a little bit like mossy green.
Yeah, it turns from like paper to moss to more of a plant, really.
It smells like a greenhouse. It's fascinating.
But that floral note underneath it is just kind of creeping around.
It reminds me a
interesting.
little of a tomato leaf situation, for those who like that.
What the fuck? Oh.
It's my phone.
I was just like, what is that bass line? You're sitting on it.
I'm not.
It's in the couch.
It's in the couch. Okay. Go for it.
Who was it?
It's Leo. Call her back.
Pardon
All right.
our interruption.
All right.
No.
On with the show.
Wait, do we have any more things to say? I'm curious when this calms down a little more, just to see if the phlox stands out more. But
We'll come back to her. I'll remember where she is. Next, we are moving on. Oh, interesting, 2 beans in a row. I'm a 2-bean queen. Tonka bean and saffron. Saffron's one of your favorite perfume notes. You love it.
I like a spice.
I like a spice. Is it really a spice? Ooh,
Yes.
it's a spice. Isn't it made from like a flower stamen? Isn't that the thing? They're incredibly expensive to harvest and produce.
I mean,
Ooh.
I just like the smell of it. I don't know a lot about saffron.
I'm used to tonka bean being a sweeter kind of smell. And there's something funny because the saffron here is definitely pulling it out of that lane.
It's just like a kind of gentle, warm sweetness to me.
I think I always am so tempted to describe like particular scents as like aromatic, which I know is completely redundant when describing a perfume oil. But there's something about the way that like scent just kind of lifts off and becomes airborne that like, and this has that. Let me get a little more of this on my little lid bead. And then I will just put some on the wrist. And then I will.
I really enjoy this in the bottle.
Ooh, okay. Howdy. On the skin, it's instantly much spicier, almost like a sandalwood. Or like a, I want to say, almost like a patchouli. Do you smell that? Am I crazy? I'm dead. I'm dead. How was this scent hidden in that bottle?
It does have a weird sandalwood patchouli kind of hybrid.
Like
I'm smelling both of that for sure.
What is that? How did that happen? It's not there. Like in the bottle, I was gonna say it actually seems a little low key. Like there are some perfumes you smell them in the bottle and you're like, is there even a perfume in here? Which is always really funny when we have like dummy bottles we're shooting with that are filled with water, and then someone picks this one up later and is like, I don't smell anything.
Yeah, this smells
like
completely
empty.
Also, there's no oil in this bottle.
Do I need to go to the doctor? Wow. I am so much more interested in this now that I've smelled it on the skin.
I like this a lot.
It's got like a really like bright, warm. It reminds me a little bit of like the small brown cat, which is a tonka bean scent, is it not?
I believe tonka is in that. Weirdly, it's reminding me of Fake News, which is like a tobacco, patchouli, and amber.
Pink peppercorn.
And pink peppercorn, yeah.
And that one is ultimately sweeter because of the amber and stuff in a way that I didn't ultimately like so much on the skin.
But it smells like it's kind of like plain sister, but like in a good way.
It reminds me. It's got like a little bit of a wood smoky quality, and it reminds me of a little bit of my like long lost like Rumpelstiltskin that we did for the Marken collection. Fascinating. I just like it's got a really rich color palette. It's got like depth.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, like I just want to like lean into this and nuzzle it quite a lot, which I guess I can do. But I mean,
maybe after the
video, while Galen's editing, and I'll just be in here like.
I'll give you some space.
Yeah. Thank you.
You and tonka bean.
Tonka bean and saffron. Out of the two beans, I mean that is my preferred bean. The other one is fascinating, and it's definitely like perfect bean for someone.
It just smells like paper to me. The other one.
Even on the skin?
It kind of went back to paper.
I'm getting a little of that too. She's going
especially after smelling the tonka one, where I'm like, ooh.
She's going through fits. Now we're moving on to one that should just be relatively easy for most people to conceptualize and for us to enjoy. Sweet Clove and Vetiver.
I mean, we could be wrong. This could be way more complex.
Or just like, again, smells like nothing.
Is this bottle empty? No.
Okay, so right off the bat, I'm like, okay, so that is a clove. Poke! It just like pokes you like right in the snoot.
Oh.
Like my nose is an orange, and the clove is turning it into a lovely holiday pomander.
Sinus cavities are
boop,
singed.
Boop, boop. The vetiver is definitely playing second fiddle here in the bottle. It's weighed down by the clove. But it is nice, and it kind of rounds it out, you know, because otherwise like the clove can just be like really sweet. And this kind of gives it a bit of a singe. A little bit of that wonderful vetiver kind of like bitterness.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay, I've located where it is on my arm. That'll be a big help.
Oh, that is...
All right. Super clovey.
Unusual.
I mean, this is the kind of thing where if you're wearing it, people are definitely going to be like, cloves, I love it. You know, like anyone who knows the scent is going to know what you're doing here. And then you can be like, thanks, it has vetiver too.
and they won't. Like, I don't know what you said to me.
They probably won't see that one coming as much because it just kind of, the vetiver serves as a kind of like a lift and it's kind of flickering at the edges. I don't even have like crazy synesthesia like I know a lot of people have, but it is so funny to have to sit and describe fragrance in all of these terms and just like really draw from like a metaphoric language in a way that you hope will vibe with people, some of whom will end up smelling the smells that you smelled and be able to compare their notes with what you said. It's crazy what we're doing.
It is.
I just don't understand how this works. Okay, a moment or so onward, clove is calming a little bit, still very much like fully there, but I am getting a little like warm vetiver, creepy tendrils. So, what do you think?
I'm mostly just getting clove.
It's really, I mean, I have to say, this is like a really good aromatherapy blend for people who just like use clove for the things. Please don't ingest this or put it on your gums or whatever you've been trained to do with the clove oil. This is a perfume product that is made for perfume. But what a product. This is the kind of like really straightforward blend too, with like knowable quantities that you could really use to layer with things if you feel like they could stand to be cloved up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I mean. The duets are great for people who like their fragrances relatively simple and straightforward. They're also great for people who like to turn their fragrance collection into a like we bought a zoo caliber like chaos experiment. So,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, I feel like I'm gonna be smelling that all day.
I'm just really not getting the vetiver.
Nice and strong. Let me smell it on you.
I just get the clove.
Smell this on me. Let's see if you can smell it more. I submit myself to being sniffed.
Yeah, it smells completely different on you.
Yeah.
I amp clove.
Things
Guilty.
you need to know about Galen. You gotta always write this on your like doctor intake sheet.
Clove amper.
I amp clove, so you know if that's a consideration, just know I did say.
So
okay.
sorry.
The last one we have is lemon blossom and neroli, and the thing that surprised me about this when I was bottling this is I was expecting it to be like a bright ass yellowy orange because that neroli oil so often is, and it really kind of wasn't. So I don't know what the lemon blossom to neroli thing is, and I'm not a chemist who understands how properties of oils can change, but that surprised me. Ooh. Oh my god, what a brain swerve from that strong clove to like the strong lemon blossom and neroli.
It's crazy to think these are in the same collection.
Oh, these don't even like belong on the same continent. I actually need like a minute to like reorient because my brain is still like has like clove sparkles going.
Oh, that is so fresh.
Neroli can be so dominating, and often if a blend says that it has neroli in it, when you smell it, that's like the first thing you smell. It does have a kind of a citrusy shine to it, and melds super well with citrusy scents. What I love about taking the lemon blossom is that it really guides it out of the realm of like the fruit, and you've got this lovely, you know, like a herbal botanical style situation. It's really hard to distinguish between like a lemon blossom and an orange blossom scent wise unless someone I think really like, you know, exaggerates it, and I know our perfumer is making an effort here to like give you enough of the particular note so that you can get that sense and that it's not interchangeable with an orange blossom. It's really beautiful. Just like bright and fresh. It's like when you hold down the key on an organ and it just like sustains it, like it does not let up. Like some of these scents, they just kind of come in like whiffs and drifts and whatever, and this is just like belting.
Yeah.
I want more. I want more. I'm doing like a whole finger dab instead of a lid dab because I just want the whole thing. And if I smell like it all day, then I can handle that.
Okay.
I just love how sharp it is, but then that sharpness is supported by something kind of really like inviting underneath, so it's not just like harsh for the sake of being like, you know, an asshole. I mean, you know, for fume heads out there, when you heard lemon blossom and neroli in your brain, you probably did a police sketch of exactly what this would smell like, and I want to say that you're right, and this is what that is.
A police sketch.
People at home doing their police sketches of like the perfumes. This is what I believe the attacker looked like. Okay, now I'm going back down to the arm, to other places. Not surprisingly, the lemon blossom and neroli works really well with the coral bean and phlox. They're all just kind of hanging out in the same quadrant. Clove and vetiver is still cloving and vetivering. Oh, I forgot that I put on something as just like completely playful and inviting as the pear and vanilla cream, and then I just stumbled across it on my arm and my eyes crossed because it was such a different mood. Compared to some of these other ones, it really has almost like a candy quality to it just because it's like
Sweet
and sparkly.
Yeah.
A little more subtle, you know, than like Neroli. I forgot that I need to go back into that saffron situation and just like cradle my own arm for a while. Oh, so nice. Okay. Any last thoughts on these 5?
Oh, I really love the vanilla cream and pear. And the tonka bean one. I think those are my favorite.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Some really, I like, we went on a whole interesting journey. Like, sometimes they're all of a kind, or mostly of a kind, and this time it was just like, I'm gonna smell like a weird, smoky fruit salad buried inside the ribs of like a peat bog body. And I, for one, am grateful for, the amusement that brings. Tune in next time when we will be reviewing the remaining 5 duets, which are mostly the Louisiana duets, plus our Harvest Moon, which we've got a beautiful illustration by Drew Roush, which I believe is still currently available as a t-shirt pre-order. Sales pitch, sales pitch, sales pitch. Have a wonderful weekend. Final thoughts? That's what I thought. I just like watching you try to have thoughts. This could be the whole video. The suspense, right?
I don't know. Like Nicole Kidman's wig in 9 Perfect Strangers? That's just like what I've been thinking about this morning.
We've been having a lot of reckonings about that. Yeah. It's like the 10th stranger in the show. And what a great place to drop you off.
Yeah.
Have a good day at school. We will
Make wise choices.
See you again soon. Make wise choices. Wait, what movie is that from?
It's from Freaky Friday.
Oh, it is. You're right. My gosh,
You're welcome.
Every video should end with a Jamie Lee Curtis quote.
I agree. Or that picture of her having lunch with a friend and she gets mad at them.
Yeah.
She's like pointing. You can see all the tendons in her neck.
I would include
Don't make her mad.
A picture of her cosplaying as Vega from Street Fighter when she was with her son at a convention.
Do you know who loves Halloween?
Surprisingly, Jamie Lee
Curtis.
You think that
Halloween
she would
queen.
just go into like a bunker on like September 30th and then reemerge like in time for Thanksgiving?
After Michael Myers has cleared.
After the internet has cleared of like reminding her of that weird thing that she did once and then again and then again and then again.
Yeah.
But
she actually really loves Halloween, getting dressed up, running the Halloween charities.
I love how we just
You can look it up.
we tried to end this video and then began off-roading.
Somehow we're talking about Jamie Lee Curtis.
15 minutes of Jamie Lee Curtis.
Should we
go? Okay. I'm just going to knock the camera over now so that it has to stop. Bye!